Hello, hey everyone. I know my podcast episodes are just extremely random and spontaneous and just out of the blue, but I love the way I do this because it's very realistic, it's very raw, it's very organic. I don't like using that word, but it's very true. I just wanted to give a huge update, on just life. I don't know if many people know, but I currently reside in Charlotte, North Carolina now. I've been here since May, and it has been a huge fucking adjustment. Let me tell you this right now. But prior to that, I was in Virginia for a few weeks, and it just didn't work out, right? So what led me to stay in Charlotte, North Carolina? Honestly, there has just been a lot of transitions happening in my life since July 16th, 2022. For those who know or don't know, or if you've listened to my podcast episodes prior to this one, I recently lost my brother, my best friend, my twin, my ride or die, my partner in crime. Literally my everything, right? And it has been a huge reality shock and a reality check in so many different ways. I wish I could explain it. I wish I can say, hey, it was great. It was great realizing these whole new things about me, but it also felt like shit at the same time. Or I can say, I needed a change of scenery, and this change of scenery is amazing and it's beautiful, but how am I so depressed? How am I so filled with anxiety and stress and depression and all of these things, right? They advise you when you're grieving to not make major life decisions and make big changes, right? And everybody who knows me knows damn well I am stubborn and I do the opposite, right? I like to challenge things. I like to be on the opposing side, so I can be like, you know what, people say this, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see for myself and see why they say that, right? So what did I do? In December, I decided that I was gonna move out of the place where my brother passed away, which is home, and move into a house that was completely filled with strangers that I didn't know. And then also it being so far from where I lived. So where I lived was in North Park, and it was very loud. It was very busy. There's cars passing left and right, buses honking, all these things, people yelling in the fucking back, in the alley, people, just so much stuff, right? So much action going on. Even the telephone wire and the poles and the cables and even those buzzing sounds, right? So very loud. To moving to Spring Valley into a house away from quote unquote the normal society, the little tiny city that I was in, and then it just being completely quiet, not even knowing or seeing the people I lived with, and that was a huge adjustment for me, really, really huge. And then from there, just kind of really meeting this person that I kind of fell in love with, right? Not kinda. Let me stop downplaying. I fell in love with this person, and to be fair, I was in probably the most toughest and challenging state of minds I've ever been in, and it was fresh, it was new, it was someone who was entirely open to listening to me, wanting to hear everything about me, wanting to learn about me. And everybody who knows me, I'm an open book. I'm very upfront and honest, and maybe that's a boundary I have learned. Scratch that. I have learned that I need to place boundaries within myself to be able to ensure that I am not over-pouring or giving somebody a blueprint to how to handle me, right? That's a side note. But anyways, I met this person, and they were extremely amazing in those moments that I needed. I needed someone to listen to me, to be there for me, to talk with me, to laugh with me, to do little cool stuff with, and that made me very vulnerable. I'm not gonna lie. I was very vulnerable. I was very much in pain, very much hurting, in a really, really dark place in my life. And this person warmed me up. This person made me laugh, and this person made me feel good. I've just come to realize that, like, sometimes you have to be careful with who you let in, with who you, not even just with the other person, but with yourself, right? Like, being so aware that you are in such a dark place, and allowing yourself to remember, like, hey, you are going through a really dark time right now. And granted, I'm very transparent. I will tell this person, look, like, I am in a dark place right now. It's not going to be forever. And I tell people this, it's not going to be forever. It's temporary. I'm going to get through it. Like, and then I'll go through the motions. I know myself very well, very, very well. And, I met this person and everything felt great. And then we were just moving forward. And it was just kind of going too fast for me, right? Something happened where this person kept a very, very big thing for me, right? And they tried to justify it. They tried to, they just try to justify it. And for me, I have principles, right? I have beliefs, I have morals, and I have values. And I believe that one of my things is, like, do not lie. Always be honest, be transparent. And that person wasn't. And it really broke me. It really hurt me. And it sent me even deeper in a spiral, because it's like, wow, like, I trusted this person so easily. And that's another thing for me. Like, I just have so much faith and trust and hope in the world and people around me, that they were just gonna, just be honest with me in the beginning. But then again, I was in a very dark place. So I have to forgive myself. I have to give myself compassion, kindness, right? I was going through a hard time. I wanted to believe that this person was good. And at the same time, I ignored red flags. I ignored certain things that I didn't like, and I didn't speak up on it. So again, giving myself compassion, grace, love, kindness, because I was like, yo, Mila, you could have avoided all of this had you just listened to the first thing that popped up, instead of you being, oh, I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I be hopping on myself too, y'all. Don't don't come at me. But just so you guys know, I'm kind of going through a little head cold right now, and it's kind of the ending process, and I'm drinking myself a little hot toddy that I personally made. Hey, what's up? It is good. So if you hear me sniffling, like all this stuff, that's why. Anyways, fast forward April, I move out of the state to be with this person. Don't ask any questions. Just know that this is what happened, okay? I moved quick with this person. And it didn't work out, right? And it's fine. I was very communicative. I was very honest with myself and this person, telling them I don't trust them, because of the thing that they kept from me. And, I kept trying to withhold, like, my frustration, trying to put aside my anger and my irritation and my grief and all the things that I'm feeling. And that was the last thing I needed, right? So, mind you, this whole time, I see a psychiatrist and I see a therapist, and I was going to grief counseling. So I was pretty level-headed. I was pretty up there. But, when you fall for someone and you really feel or felt comfortable with them, and then they do something to hurt you, it's hard. It's very, very hard to kind of like it's really, really hard to just like give up, right? Because there's love there, there's hope there, there's like potential, right? We fall in love with this idea of potentiality. However, there's also all these other things that we don't appreciate, that are very disrespectful, that are demeaning, that are just not okay. And those things were not okay with me, my principles, what I believed, my values, and my morals. So, push come to shove, I move and I come to Charlotte with my sister, which is great. I start working again. I'm in a very hard place. I'm trying to get my emotional well-being back in order, because one thing about me, yes, I'll be hurt. Yes, I'll be suffering a little bit just from the heartbreak, grieving a relationship on top of grieving a loss of a loved one. Very, very challenging. And that's also, first of all, that's one thing they say not to do when you're grieving, is start or get into a relationship. Okay, that part was proven right. 100%. But yes, so I come to Charlotte and it's great. I start working, I start getting into my life. No, I was saying that one thing about me is that I can be going through all these things. I allow myself to feel it. I allow myself to get upset. I beat myself up. I pick myself back up. And I'm just like, okay, all right, what do I need to do to get myself together? I've always been a busybody. I've always been someone who's going this, that, all the things. But this time, I've incorporated it in a healthy way. I have been doing my jewelry, my crystal healing jewelry, which has been very therapeutic. I have been doing yoga. I've been doing my meditations. I have been reading. And I do them on an either day-to-day basis or like a need to do basis. Like I'm absolutely needed a meditation today. I'm going to do a meditation. Like today, I did a sinus relief yoga session and it was great. And then I went on a walk, so learning to utilize my tools and skills that I've developed over the past 2 years and putting them into play, right? And so I've been doing that, and I just got a promotion. I was told to apply for a supervisor position, which is amazing and great, and I feel so happy about it. And I'm just going to be moving into a new chapter of my life, and the road hasn't been easy. And let me tell you that the road has not been easy. It has been very filled with up and down, round and rounds, and starting life in a new place, let alone a new state, let alone all the way across the country. It's a big move. It's a big change, but luckily I had my sister here with me, so I didn't start from the ground up. I have somebody who can support me and who is out here helping me, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate her so much for taking me in, allowing me to get back up on my feet and remember who the hell I am. Because what? Excuse me, I know it's gross. But I guess just the moral of this episode is just to keep fighting, right? Not even to keep fighting, but stand strong. And if you're not standing strong, if you're not okay, hold yourself. Give yourself compassion, nurture yourself, and tell yourself it's okay. But also tell yourself it's okay. You don't feel good today, but tomorrow we're going to try again. And we're going to keep trying, and we're going to keep trying. And after that, you're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it, right? We tend to quit and give up so easily. And I say we because it's not just me. I know a lot of us do. We tend to be like, you know what, fuck it. Why? It is what it is. That's what happened. And that's it. Like, let it be. No. I refuse to just let things be. I refuse to say it is what it is, because why? It is what we make it. It is what we choose it to be. So if we say, hey, it is what that didn't work out, it is what, because you don't want it to work out. Or you don't care if it works out. So why do it in the first place? Like, set intentions. Be raw. Be real. Say I want this and go get it. It's very scary. And I'm going to say that right now. It's very fucking scary. Very scary. The first few months I have been in depression mode. I just started hanging out and meeting new people a couple of weeks ago. Literally a couple of weeks ago, last weekend, I went to Pride in Charlotte, and it was great. I had such a great time. That's probably why I'm sick. My body's like, bitch, what are we doing? But it's okay. I remember that, like, my brother would have told me to get the hell out and go out. Don't stay in the house, because I'm the one who will stay home. I will stay in my room, and I will hibernate. I will isolate. and I will be in my solitude, all in one. And I'm perfectly okay with it. And then I wonder why. I'd be like, damn, I'm lonely. I'm bored. I'm distant. I gotta go out. So I went out and I had a great time, It can be very hard at times, but just remember that it's only temporary, right? It feels like the world and the weight of the world is on our shoulders, but it's not, that weight gets lighter over time, but only if we do the work, only if we push through. And I'm encouraging you to keep pushing through. All right, my nose is getting real stuffy. I don't know if y'all could tell, but probably not, but I just wanted to end on a good note. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing rest of the year. My next episode, don't ask when, it'll just pop up. But yeah, love and light and healing to all my loving and beautiful supporters and human beings who ever come across it. I am here for you and I love you, and I'm sending you all the light and the positivity your way. All right, shine bright, loves.